everyone. Welcome to another Chart Attack installment. This is Michelle from EQUITY.GURU. Today, all you gold bugs, it's been quite the few weeks here on the precious metal known as gold and silver a bit, but this one is going to be mostly on gold. I'm going to take a look at the charts of gold, and I'm also going to take a look at this company here, Falcon Gold, which we've spoken about in the past and many times over on EQUITY.GURU. Brief, little history here of the company. Falcon Gold, right? Their flagship project is Central Canada. These guys are a junior and explorer, and they're basically drilling and building a resource, and they have a few assets. But the thing about Falcon Gold is all the assets are in good jurisdictions. You can see a lot of them are here in Canada. And also they are next to either past producing mines or also other major finds. So the idea is, we know Marvel has a discovery here. Agnico's mine is right here, 3.3 million ounces of gold. And the hope is that their vein, that gold vein, travels on Falcon's property. And when they find that big stuff, either there's a joint venture or maybe a buyout in the future if Falcon can prove that there is a resource there. So you can see some of the drilling highlights here on their flagship project, Central Canada. And, I think it's just a great time to look at gold stocks and juniors and any commodities actually in reality, because you guys know that I'm a big fan of the commodity space and have been, for quite some time. And my trade, was basically the inflation trade, not necessarily the geopolitical trade, but, the inflation trade is still there. So I think we still have a lot of room to go going, for commodities and gold specifically. But looking at gold first, just a little bit of, I don't want to say negative, I just think it's a healthy pullback. But I do think there's a chance gold might fall back a bit further. We had our wedge or triangle breakout here. And then we did take out 1880, which was my resistance zone. We pulled back to retest. We hit 1960, which is another resistance zone, but is now our support zone going forward. And then, of course, you guys can see we did hit 2060, almost printing all-time record highs here on gold, of course, due to all the geopolitical fears. However, on that day of recording, you can see here gold has sold off. People are either taking profits or are initiating shorts at that resistance zone. Obviously, if you wanted to see a bit more upside on gold here, it would have been nice to actually see a breakout with a daily candle close above 2060. But that is something that we will definitely get sometime in the future. But right now, 1960 is that support. So we are ranging basically in this $100 zone between 2060 and 1960 as your support. And if we do break 1960, I do think we do head back to 1900 and 1880. And the one thing that could cause this, folks, is this week we do have the Federal Reserve on March 16th. And, they are expected to hike interest rates. And the key is how hawkish they're going to be. So if they are hawkish, quite hawkish, there is a chance that the dollar gets a very, very nice pop. And people basically run into the dollar, and that would also cause commodities to fall. And of course, if the tensions in Ukraine simmer down as well at the same time, that might be a positive thing for, the Fed to basically be hawkish, and basically the dollar is gaining now on a stronger dollar, and gold is selling off because of that stronger dollar and because the geopolitical tensions are, slowly passing away. So keep an eye out on that, especially how hawkish the Fed is going to be, because if they maintain the whole idea of hiking a lot this year, maybe the metals and other commodities won't really like that. So I am a bit wary of certain, I don't want to say it's a deflationary event, but maybe an event that could cause a pullback here on gold. So let's keep an eye out on that this week. Falcon Gold, let's take a look at that chart. And, very nice sort of breakout setup. We've been actually waiting for this breakout since late January of 2022. You can see this sort of basically a wedge or a triangle pattern here. And we're just consolidating between 7.5 cents here and basically 9 cents up to the upside here. So 9 cent is resistance and your 7.5 cents is support. And we're getting to that point where, we are going to have to get a decisive break. Obviously, for the bulls, we do hope it's above 9 cents. But as I said, if we do see a hawkish Fed, there is a chance that Falcon Gold could close below 7.5 cents, and you see it drift back down to 6 cents. But I think that will just be another good buying opportunity for not just Falcon Gold, but I think miners and juniors altogether if gold and other commodities do fall, because I think the inflation story is still going to be there as we carry on 2022. So, long term, we're bullish on commodities and on these junior miners. But in the short term, there might be some pullback here, especially with what the Fed might say and the whole idea of raising interest rates, which is generally not positive for gold, which yields nothing. So that's it for me, folks. If you like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Definitely follow Equity Guru at all our social media links in the description box below. And more importantly, let me know what you guys think here of the charts of Falcon Gold and your thoughts on gold in general. And if maybe I am wrong and we do make new record highs, regardless of what the Fed says, or maybe on the day of the Fed because they become less hawkish and it's positive for gold. I really want to hear your thoughts. Thanks, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next chart attack.